Hello and welcome back to the channel. Thank you for stopping in. Always appreciate you taking the time to check out the content. Today we're going to be looking at a backpack hero build which uses shivs and coal. And for the first section I'm going to be just fast forwarding until the king. So we'll get that going now. But essentially this is just going to be super fast, taking you up to the Battle of the King. So you can see the cornerstone of this build is the whetstone and the shivs. So instead of using your energy to actually do attacks, you use the energy to boost the damage of your shivs, and then the shivs do all the damage in kind of one hit. But obviously as soon as I get coal, that means I can actually use the shivs twice, which is pretty cool. So coal basically allows you to reuse things that can only be used once. The other thing that I don't know, I should have maybe made up my mind about this a bit better, but there's the poison version of the whetstone. You see that like green thing on the right? That basically gives yourself one poison, but it also causes all weapons in that row to deal one poison for the whole combat. So you can kind of stack that up and then hit once they're dealing a lot of poison. So yeah, early build, it seemed to be going okay, it wasn't too bad. I also got some spikes. I got the spike helmet and the rose, is it, for the spikes? So you can see I'm passively building spike, which is pretty cool. And I had enough armor to get enough defense that I wasn't going to get absolutely caned. And of course the glass bottle is never bad. Add on to it the vampiric gem, and I'm getting some healing as well. So yeah, the build was kind of shaping out to be all right. So here's the king battle. Let's see how we fare. So obviously the problem with the king is he's going to be generating rage and spikes every time you hit him, so I can't do a lot of hits. So I'm trying to balance not doing too many hits but keeping myself alive at the same time. The question here is, should I be doing more damage or should I be doing more poison? In the end I ended up doing both, as you'll see. I also got the order very wrong, because the coal only is helpful. Like here I use the coal, but it's my last energy. There's no point in using the coal. I mean, it gives you the shivs, but you don't really want to use the shivs, because that makes them stronger and gives them more spike, right? So I think I could have probably done this a little bit better. So just give me a tour of what the weapons do. So in this case, I think I probably shouldn't have hit him that much, because obviously I took a bunch of damage, which just wasn't needed. Cool, so we're going for some extra poison, and the really good thing about the poison whetstone is that poison lasts throughout the combat, right? So technically each turn, if I wasn't needing to block, I could be adding 2 poison to all my weapons, and then if I use the weapons twice per turn, I could be adding, you know, a bunch of poison. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 for the shivs in the row, and then 7, 8 for the shivs above the poison gem. Okay, now I've obviously got to get rid of the ads, otherwise they're going to trash me. See, he's still taking 10 poison every turn. Now I'm trying to figure out, should I block everything? I can't get enough block to block everything. Should I try and kill one of them? I think I'm calculating the total amount of damage done by all of those things. And here we go. Oh no, I'm still thinking about it. Math takes time. I'm obviously voice-overing this time because I didn't actually record voice while I was playing this. I may just skip my thinking out so that you don't have to watch me think for quite so long. Cool, so we go for killing the first bunny. So that bunny's dead, it's going to get killed by poison. I didn't actually need to use that golden shiv on it. And I'm going to take a bit of damage here. Take 9 damage. See, I'm up to 21 spikes. 15 damage. So we need 3 more block. But we can probably take 3 block because I'm healing for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 times 2, a lot. Cool, we add some more poison. Of course that poisons myself, but it adds poison to all the shivs. Again, I'm wasting some of my hits there because the poison would have killed him. Of course, I've healed myself using it. Now, in this case, I should really use some shield, but I don't think I do. Yeah, mistakes were made. I had 1 energy left. I could have blocked. That would have been a better idea. Cool, 26 spikes. At this point, King has 26 poison, so not much. Again, just adding up the shivs to make sure that I'm going to kill this thing. Of course, I should have used the whetstone first. So I think now that I've seen this build in action, I'm pretty sure you could optimize it better than this. Again, the main function of the build is saying you've got shivs, you can use them twice if you've got coal, and then use all your energy either on blocking or boosting the shivs, because they don't require any energy to be used. There you go, not too bad. Although I'm going to take damage again, but again I've got so much healing that it's not so bad. So let's not bother attacking because he had high rage already. Bear in mind he is taking 25 damage per turn due to poison. Cool, so I've got enough block. Let's add some poison. What I should have done probably is just gone all in on poison and just gone. See, because there I made the mistake of doing whetstone and then coal, which is completely useless. I should have poisoned, shivved, coal, poison, shivved. Would have been more efficient, I think. Or just poison, coal, poison, and not bother attacking him until his rage went down. As you can see now, we've got to get rid of the bunnies. So I think this is a very doable build. I just don't think I quite optimized it correctly. See you later, bunnies. So I've got plenty block, so no problem there. And also, I'm actually doing a ton of damage to him with the spikes, because I've got 41 spikes at the moment. I think it's probably the spikes did the most damage to him. So at this point he's up to 40 poison, 50 poison, 56 poison. He's gonna hit me like a truck, but that's okay. 16 damage taken. Okay, he's got 47 damage, crikey. So 47 and 24? This is bad. 71 damage, that's like a lot more than I have. He's got 55 poison, right? So I just have to basically sit tight for 3 turns and he's dead. Or survive that, so I really should just be blocking here. Although, obviously, if I can kill the slime, that'll help. Okay, we're going for the slime. Slime is actually going to die. I didn't need to hit it again, but never mind. Didn't cost me anything. Yeah, and we've got plenty block. And I used the coal. which was weird. Because I don't really need to hit him. Okay, actually, to be fair, this is not going to kill him. So he's got lethal, right? His poison is higher than his health, so fair enough. Not too bad. I mean, mistakes were made, clearly, but I think the build is viable. I'd like to try it again, now that I've seen it. And see, you know, are there ways that you can optimize it better? If you went purely all in on poison and not on damage. Only problem is that means that the battles last a bit longer, so you have to take a few more hits. And if you're up against fire salamanders, that may not work out so well. But yeah, out of these, I think in this case, I could have taken ore maybe, but Tusk I think is stronger. Because ore would have given at most, in the current configuration, at most 2 damage per weapon. In this case it's giving 5 to all of them, and I wasn't really going to be moving them around much. You see I'm using a lot of gems, which is why I was considering maybe ore is an idea, but I mean it just makes it easier if you want to move stuff around, because Tusk just locks things. The weird thing about Tusk though is it locks things for the battle you're in and the next battle. I thought it was 2 future battles of not using them, but it's actually just the battle you're in and the one after. So it's actually easier than I thought to end up moving things. Cool, so endless mode, of course. Here we go. The Crypt, part 1. Cool, so we'll see how far this thing can actually get us in its current state. We've defeated the king. I suppose that's the measure of the build is okay. But how far you get is how good the build is. So here we go. Got a Ratwolf and a slime. Shouldn't be too hard. So let's boost twice. Do all the damage. As you can see, they're going red because the Tusk is now locking them in place. And we use coal, which allows us to do the whole lot again. And we get some money using the golden shiv, which is why I didn't use it on the first turn. I mean, he's just blocking, so that's no problem. Again, 2 whetstone uses. And I mean, we're doing, what, 25 or so per shiv. So it's not that much damage per shiv, but overall in a turn it's not too bad. Cool. Let's take some healing. That gem was basically useless. It's an energy gem. You need to have nothing around it to be able to use it, and that was never going to happen, so it's worth throwing it away. Okay, so a slightly harder battle. A Ratwolf and a bee. We're going to go with the same tactic. 2 whetstone uses. Fire all shivs. Get some money from that. Use the coal and do it again. So I mean, there's not going to end up doing thousands of damage per turn ever, I don't think. Yeah, so if you've got any ideas on how you think you can make this build stronger than it is, do shout. Put some in the comments, it'd be really interesting to hear. I mean, I'm thinking you could add maybe other weapons that are single-use weapons that then get double use. But all the ones I know take some energy, so that wouldn't work. But you could add some more shivs. You can move the candle, add a shiv, get slightly less spikes. Add more gems to boost them a little bit more. Maybe get blade of knives because they're all next to each other, so they would increase each other as an option. Okay, so we're just going to skip ahead a little bit, show you the different types of battles that we have against different people. I say people. Slimes in this case. So here are 2 slimes. Again, this is a pretty easy battle. Boosting our damage. And then using Coal to redo all those hits. And of course making sure you use the Coal Shiv to get some money. So yeah, boosting damage. Easy. Okay, so here's a different type of battle. Just skipped ahead a bit there. For some reason my save was failing. I don't know why. So here is a slightly harder battle because he's doing a little bit more damage. Still not too bad. I've added one extra shift to the roster. So he's going to do 3 damage to me this turn. Oh, 5 damage, sorry, my bad. But not too bad. Again, doing the same thing. Slight variations if you need to block. Use Coal and re-trigger. I mean, you can see the other thing is that in general with the amount of healing that I've got, it also means that if he does 5 damage, I end up being fully healed by the end of the battle anyway, so that's pretty good. Cool. Okay, so next battle. Next battle, we've got the healer and the rat. I mean, the porcupine. And the Ratwolf. Why the Ratwolf has only one eye and like what looks like to be a cross around his neck, I have no idea. Maybe that's the side of his face? I can't quite figure it out. But again, same tactic. Interesting. You can see I've moved the shivs around so I can get that other shiv in line with the coal, so I get to use it twice, because before it was up at the top, so that was no good. Just swapped it with the candle. I just didn't use it for a battle or two so that the tusk deactivated. Again, not a difficult battle. So yeah. And this guy is pretty much toast. Okay, so the Crypt finale. Let's see who we got. The Queen Bee. This is where things don't quite go as well as I'd hoped. So going for poison. I don't know why I didn't use the whetstone before I did all these hits. As I could have, right? Oh, I was saving the poison. Fair enough, fair enough. So you can see, first turn we've got 15 poison on her and 2 on myself. But now I'm in trouble, right? Because she's going to be poisoning me. And here is where I think things go a little bit wrong. I think I could have actually got through this battle if I'd done it slightly better. Because I've got 5 shivs, that'll kill one of the bees, right? Which doesn't cost any energy. So if I just killed one of the bees... Oh wait, the shivs aren't quite up to scratch yet, so... A little bit of calculations are required. So the reason I didn't use the whetstone there is using the coal gives you double the attack, which is worth more than just one whetstone use. As in, you know, you get to use all the shivs again, right? Unfortunately, it wasn't quite enough to deal with that bee, which I'd miscalculated, in which case I take big damage, as you can see. Fortunately, my spikes was enough to deal with the bee. But I'm on 8 health because I got poisoned, which means there's literally nothing I can do and I'm gonna die. I did not take this into account, which is very sad. So I think if I had taken the poison into account, what I should have done is just blocked like crazy that turn, maybe. I don't know. We try and hit the queen for as much as we can, and fortunately we actually heal ourselves enough that the poison doesn't kill us, which is pretty cool. So we were on death's door there for a second, but we recovered. Except that now she's going to add 10 poison to us, which means we'll be on 18 poison. This is bad, right? So we actually need to get off as many hits as possible to get our health as high as possible through healing. So in some ways, I think perhaps here it would have been better just to hit the queen as much as possible because of the rage added to the little guy. I don't think I could have killed the little one anyway. So you can see, okay, we got up to 17 health, which is not going to be enough. So we do it again. We get up to 23 health. Dead. Yeah, so mistakes made. It'd be interesting to figure out if I could have got through that some other way. But yeah, there you go. There's a Coal Shiv build. I hope you enjoyed it. If you got this far, thanks for watching to the end. I've got a whole bunch of Backpack Hero videos you can check out. And yeah, see you in the next one.